Welcome to the PI Podcast, your destination for everything NFL, discussing the latest news and providing in-depth analysis of every NFL game. And now, here are your hosts, Ian and Tesh.
About 5 seconds, guys. What's up, Antonio? What's up, Vital? How you guys doing today? Time for the controversy to begin. Oh my god.
Oh, controversy.
Hey guys, what is up? PI Podcast back with episode 39. Oh, 39. I can't. Okay, 39. Wait, that's 5. Okay, wait, 39. All right, yeah, I got it. Okay, 39. I appreciate everyone for joining in as soon as stream started. You guys are amazing. Ian needs to cut his hair. What on the chat?
It's not happening.
All right.
What controversy are we talking about?
We're talking about the controversy. Ian's hair.
Yeah, my hair is awesome. Yeah, my hair.
Your chair awesome? Is it?
Oh, you want to talk about the Raiders winning their division?
Oh my god!
I feel like
Don't
that's
start.
not that crazy of a.
That's pretty crazy to me.
No, I think my Vikings take is more crazy.
That is more crazy.
I think me thinking the Vikings will win is more crazy than me thinking the Raiders will win.
Okay. The Raiders. Alright, let's talk about the Vikings then, bro. Oh, well, first of all, before we even do that, guys, vote on the poll. Should Ian cut his hair, yes or no? You guys let him know. He's not gonna do it regardless, so,
Okay, 50-50.
Uh-oh. Okay, 50-50.
Oh, 67% says no.
Oh, no? Dude, Ian should cut his hair. That's what I'm saying.
No, keep voting no, boys.
To. Keep voting yes.
You think the Vikings take it as valid? I like that.
The only time Ian's hair looks good.
They got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins, who is a little underrated, Dalvin Cook. They're going to be cooking on offense. They lost, I think it was 7 games last year by 1 score. Offense changes that.
Yeah, if their offense can get really good and not be stagnant as they were in last couple of seasons, I mean, their offense was good enough, but if that whole team can come together, that defense can start holding people, that offense can fire on all cylinders with all their weapons, I think that's going to be a real scary team for the Packers, especially because they've been taking it easy the last 6 years, and now they actually might have some competition with them in the division, and the Lions are starting to come up as well. So definitely, Packers.
I know that division's tough now. The Chicago Bears are the last place in that division for me because they didn't do Justin Fields they didn't get him any help. They lost key pieces to their team, and then Matt Eberflus, man, what has he done as a defensive coordinator? I mean, granted, the Colts last year had a solid defense, but in a bad division.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
And I don't trust a defensive-minded head coach with a rookie or second-year quarterback. I just don't trust it.
You talking about Justin Fields?
Yes.
I
don't trust Eberflus for Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields has potential. I'm not saying he doesn't have potential, but a defensive-minded head coach and a young quarterback who needs someone to train him and teach him, that's not a good match.
Antonio, I think the Vikings can win the division this year, and it's because the Packers have declined, and the Bears, as Ian just said, they did nothing to help Justin Fields in his draft. They had chances to get decent O-linemen in the first, even second round, but they decided to wait. Which I think is going to hurt them this year Because if your quarterback's getting hit like last year, and if he's getting hit the same way this year, he's not gonna be able to develop. And the fact is, last year they kept putting him in and out of starting lineup, starting role, because they thought, oh, we don't have to put him anymore. Let's put Nick Foles in, or let's put Andy Dalton, which you shouldn't have those three quarterbacks on your roster, Nick Foles and Andy Dalton. You shouldn't be paying both those guys for the same team if you don't know who's going to start.
Not only that, pulling Justin Fields in for Nick Foles and Andy Dalton is ridiculous. Either make the decision, start Justin Fields, and that's the decision, or let Justin Fields sit for a year and then swap between Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. It was dumb to keep pulling him in favor of Foles or Dalton. Just let him start or don't let him start. It's as easy as that.
Antonio's got we do a short preview for the Chiefs and Cardinals week 1. I think that's gonna be a fun game to watch because early season Cardinals with Kyler Murray and that team, D-Hop's not gonna be there, which is gonna hurt the Cardinals. But I'm interested to see if that Cardinals could be the early season team that has past couple of years. And also, if the Chiefs can overcome the loss of Tyreek Hill, and if Patrick Mahomes can work with Juju Smith-Schuster and with just Travis Kelce as his main weapon.
So I'm really glad you brought up that Chiefs-Cardinals game as a game of the year candidate. Week 1 is so stacked. Okay, we're getting right into the NFL action week 1 on Thursday Night Football. It's gonna be Bills at Rams. What a matchup. And then you start off with a bunch of divisional games. You've got the Saints and Falcons. You've got the Steelers and Bengals. You've got the Colts and Texans. That's nothing. Patriots and Dolphins. Then you've got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cardinals, which is a good matchup. You've got the Raiders at Chargers. That's a good matchup. You've got Green Bay at Vikings. That's a good matchup. You've also got the Buccaneers at Seahawks. The Broncos at Seahawks. So you have the Russell Wilson comeback to Seattle. I'm telling you, man, week 1 of the NFL season is going to start off with a bang.
We're in for a treat because of a lot of those games he just mentioned, especially the Chiefs-Cardinal game as well, and Russell Wilson coming back home. Hey, who knows? It might not be a close game, but Russell Wilson going back to Seattle is going to be one to mark on the calendars for people to watch, because that crowd over there in Seattle in CenturyLink Field, I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. They're going to be roaring and cheering for Russell Wilson for the first 5 minutes, and then as soon as he steps on the field, they're gonna yell so loud he can't hear. He's gonna have a true taste of it.
I'm curious to see how they react to Russell Wilson coming back. Is it gonna be boos or is it gonna be like cheering?
I think
he was traded. He did not leave them.
I think that he's gonna have. I think they're gonna cheer for him just because he's been a part of that team for so long and led them to Super Bowls. So I think they're gonna cheer for him because he got them a Super Bowl ring and did everything he could in his career with the Seahawks. So I think there's a good possibility that they should cheer for him. If they boo him, I don't know what they're booing for. He's done nothing wrong for the organization. He didn't say he hated the franchise. He just got traded, and he just wanted a fresh start.
And Antonio, I love the Denver slander because I personally, I'm not very high on Russell Wilson. I know he's a good quarterback. I'm not very high on him. I've said it 100 times on this podcast. Russell Wilson's the 4th best quarterback in their division. I get a lot of slack for that from comments, and me and Tesh have good debates about this, but I could see it happening. I could see Seattle showing up. Yes, I 100% can see Pete Carroll going into that locker room and saying, look, we can lose every game this season, but we need to win this one.
I just really love the Denver Broncos this year because I really love I love Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. I've seen a lot of their games last year, and I just love the way they're able to get their routes going, the way they're able to catch the football, and even contested as well. They don't have Noah Fant anymore. I've seen Noah Fant play really well for them. I think that's going to hurt a little bit in the tight end room, but I think it'll be fine because of the weapons they have around him. And Javonte Williams, in his second year, he was already a monster carrying like 5 people on his back last year. This year, I think he's just going to excel even more. And with Melvin Gordon still as backup, they got a 1-2 punch right there. So their offense is good. I think their defense is good enough. And they just need a few more pieces there. They still got Bradley Chubb. They got Patrick Surtain too. He's just going to get better. He's still very young. So PS2 is going to be awesome.
I agree. I think the Broncos defense and offense both are really hard to judge because the defense didn't play that great last year as opposed to what they were supposed to do, but their offense didn't show up either, which makes their defense have to stay on the field longer. So I do think with a decent running game, Russell Wilson being more of a game manager than a improviser, if he can play a game manager role, the Denver Broncos can be good. But I don't think Russell Wilson's going to accept that. I think he's going to go try to show out, try to be the guy, and they don't need him to be the guy. They just need him to be a smart game managing quarterback, and they can make it far. But I don't think he's going to accept that role.
This is why that game's gonna be so fun to watch. I mean, Denver's expecting Russell Wilson and the Broncos to light up that scoreboard on that Monday night game, and then the Seahawks people are very, very sure they're gonna blow the basket in that game on Monday Night Football. No one, I think the stat line, like the what do you call it, the over under, I guess, would be. I think it's going to be 12 points towards Broncos. I think 12 Broncos will have a 12 over.
That's very, very fair because we don't know who's going to be playing quarterback yet. And if it's Drew Lock or Geno, well, I have more faith in Geno Smith, in my opinion, than I do Drew Lock. But if Drew Lock is the starter, which it seems that's the way it's headed, unless they do a trade for Baker Mayfield within the next few days, there's no way Seattle's got a chance. I just think Drew Lock will make too many mistakes, and Geno Smith can't move the offense enough.
Yeah, I think Seattle can show up. It's just going to be based on the coaching because Pete Carroll does know Russell Wilson. Given a fair point, Russell Wilson does know Seattle as well, so it's going to be a match between both of them. And
true, really but Seattle looks different.
Seattle does look different now.
I mean, they've made a lot of moves, kinda. I mean, they acquired players and draft picks from the Russell Wilson trade. So their team, I'm sure, looks way different than when Russell Wilson was playing for him. And you got to think, Russell Wilson spent a lot of time healing last year. So, I mean, he's almost got 2 whole years of not playing football. Well, not 2 whole years. He's going to have 2 years out of the system, basically.
Yeah, but I just think he's gonna excel with the offensive coordinator in Denver and just all the pieces around him with that coaching staff.
I really like Denver's head coach. Look at what he did with Green Bay. Nathaniel Hackett. He also went to the AFC Championship with Blake Bortles. Aaron Rodgers had his back-to-back MVP seasons under Nathaniel Hackett. I think Russell Wilson's going to have a very good offensive coordinator as their head coach. So, who knows? That's something I didn't really put into perspective when I've been judging Russell Wilson this hard, is who their head coach was, because Nathaniel Hackett is an offensive-minded head coach. So, maybe the defense isn't playing as well anymore, but their offense should be moving.
Yeah, Pete Carroll is a very good coach, and he's going to do everything he can to put them in a spot where they can at least compete early in the game, at least. Them losing Bobby Wagner is just huge for the linebacking core. I know they have some people at the linebacking core who's decent, but just losing your best linebacker at that position, maybe even your best defensive player on that team, that's going to hurt big time, especially against an air attack, especially against a running attack as well.
Yeah, Pete's been in the league a long time. He's seen a lot. He's you're 100% correct. He will change up the defense and make sure Russell Wilson's not comfortable.
Before we look at some of these other games, Scary Terry finally got his contract today. He got $71 million.
Well deserved.
Scary Terry is one of those receivers that he's just so good. And anything he does would with catching the ball. And no matter who's his quarterback, he did with Taylor Heineke, he did with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So definitely just one of those very speedy, fast receivers, but it can also, he's not the tallest guy in the world, but he can also get those contested catches and make just insane catches that I've seen.
Yeah, I wanted to. So the Not So Pro Football podcast did an episode today. They went live. Go check it out. Good friends of ours. They invited us on their show a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about the Scary Terry contract as well. And you know what's crazy? They brought up the fact that Scary Terry's had like 8 different quarterbacks throwing the football, and he's always had over 1,000 yards receiving.
This makes him. That just proves the point that why he's such a good receiver. Because no matter what the quarterback is at the helm of their offense, Scary Terry's gonna go off. He's gonna do his own thing. That means he has raw talent. Like some of these other receivers, if they don't have a good quarterback, they won't have as many yards as they did last season or stuff like that. They won't have as many receptions. But the fact that Scary Terry can have as many yards, many receptions with whoever quarterback just means he's finding ways to get open as just a special receiver.
Yeah, and I was talking about I made a joke earlier, Carson Wentz. It's a good thing Scary Terry's getting his money now before Carson Wentz ruins them. But Carson Wentz has a pretty deep ball, and Terry is fast. He will get open down the field. He stretches the field. So Carson Wentz got a nice arm. He just makes those stupid mistakes. And what's up, DJ? Just talking some Scary Terry and who else were we talking about?
We're talking about the week 1 schedule, kind of, from the game.
Oh, yeah, the week 1 schedule. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate everybody for stopping in. Antonio, Vital, thanks for chatting.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
A
good game on that schedule. Terry, sorry. After you're done.
No, I was just going to say, Carson Wentz has a pretty deep ball. He's going to be able to get Scary Terry the ball. And Ron Rivera is going to be able to make his offense work around Scary Terry and Carson Wentz's strengths. And really, Carson Wentz's big weakness is that he plays mistake. You've heard of mistake-free football. He's mistake-ridden football. Like, that's how he plays the game.
Yeah. Mistake prone as anything. I think with Scary Terry, he's gonna have some good deep throw moments. He's gonna have some of those big plays, deep plays that you see from Carson Wentz, even last year with the Colts. He had some bombs. The weirdest thing about Carson Wentz, though, before we go into the schedule, one of the games of the schedule, last year, apparently one of these stats was crazy. It was like every time he threw the deep ball, he would always draw a PI call from the defense. Like no matter what, no matter if he was triple teamed, the receiver's triple teamed, quadruple teamed, it's for sure a pick. But somehow every time he threw up that ball deep to his receiver, he'd always get a PI call on defense. It was so weird. I've never seen anything like it. Going to week 1 2022 schedule for this year, another good game, Ian. Is the Raiders and Chargers. First week of the year, already a big division game.
Yeah, that could set the tone. That's a tone-setting game right there. Matchup a week 18 rematch. Raiders beat the Chargers, so knock them out and lose their playoff spot. Well, Chargers really beat themselves. But, man, what a good matchup for week 1. Chargers by 10?
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow. That's a bold statement, Vital.
So, like I was talking about the Raiders, the Chargers, they made a couple changes on defense. But they didn't really change much on offense. Their offense is pretty much the same. I think they boosted up their offensive line a little bit. The Raiders, their offense was decent, okay? But they just added Devontae Adams. They added Chandler Jones. They added Josh McDaniels, one of the best offensive coordinators in the past couple decades, as their head coach. So that offense is going to be scooting down the field.
The only reason why Chargers by 10 could be viable, I'm bringing a point here why it could be viable, The only reason I see of that happening is if that Devonte Adams Derek Carr connection doesn't go as well as people expect. Sometimes if receivers, no matter if they're were in college together, sometimes they're not their connection isn't as good as people think right away at the beginning of the season. It might take a few games, so we don't know. It might take a few games
Okay.
for them to get that connection going, but that's the only way I see Chargers by 10. I think the
I
only reason is that and the defense.
I like it, but I'm gonna put my headset down and go get a drink when I say this. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase last year.
Yup, that was the ultimate connection. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Comparing Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, I'm pretty sure Ian thinks they're going to have the same connection that the Bengals did with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And it's very possible Derek Carr and Devontae Adams just go off and somehow make a good season out of it and make just hell of plays. Jones is washed, Vital? Vital said Chandler Jones is washed. You're muted or something. I can't hear you. No, I can't. Nope.
All right.
All right, you're good now.
So yeah, Chandler Jones, his stats were very inflated last year, because he got 5 games in week 1 or 5 sacks in week 1, and he only had 10 total sacks for the entire year. So his stats were extremely inflated from week 1. So yes, I understand the Chandler Jones is washed statement. That's could be completely accurate.
Yeah, and just like I said, that's a big reason why it's sort of a slight chance possible that Chargers by 10. That's what I'm thinking. If that does happen, that's the reason, because they're missing throws, they're missing routes. Maybe they didn't get that connection down in preseason and practice. Who knows? We'll see. I doubt that's gonna happen because I think they know each other very well, and Derek Carr is able to throw to Hunter Renfrow as well, so I don't think it's gonna be a big issue if it does happen, because he can still throw to Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, and use Josh Jacobs as he wants. That's the few of these games for week 1. If there's any other games you guys would like us to go over or anything specific at all, let us know right now. It is kind of like a Q&A kind of thing right now. We're just really we're focusing on Scary Terry for a little bit and some of these games, so go ahead, ask away.
The Buccaneers and Cowboys, the Sunday night football game. I think they played week 1 last year, right?
Maybe yeah, they played week 1. That was opening kickoff.
Yeah, that was the opening game, right?
Yep.
That was a hell of a matchup, and everybody after the game, the Cowboys lost, but everybody put the Cowboys on notice because of how well they played.
Mm-hmm. That game was very, very good, and Cowboys nearly came close to winning that game, and probably should have, honestly. I mean, that matchup, to have it on Sunday Night Football, just another primetime game this year, week 1 of the season again. Oh, that's gonna be a fun matchup. I hope the Cowboys can play with the same level of excitement, same level of energy as they did last year throughout the whole season, because they looked good last season, and it's a shame that they didn't make it far in the playoffs. But that's what you expect from Cowboys. Just kidding. But if they play with the same energy,
we accept all Cowboys slander here. You can talk shit to the Cowboys all you want here.
Yeah, if there's any Dallas fans, definitely slanders allowed.
Steelers Bengals week 1. Who starts at QB? Vital asks.
I think it's gonna be Mitch Trubisky.
It's Mitch Trubisky. It's his time to shine. I think the Steelers. So one thing I'll say about their GM, which I know it changed this year, but their front office in general, they're very smart and they develop players very well. You can see a lot of players go there, have decent careers, and then as soon as they leave, it goes downhill. But the Steelers, they're very good at developing. I mean, you got to think Claypool. We never even heard of him until like week 3 of the season before this one. Nobody was even talking about Claypool. He just randomly had a game where he had 4 TDs, and then all of a sudden now it's like, oh dang, Claypool. But they were grooming him in the background, and then he came out and played. That's what they're going to do with Kenny Pickett. They're going to let this guy sit, watch a little bit behind Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky is going to have a decent season. He's going to go make a name for himself so he can get a contract somewhere else. And then Kenny Pickett's time is 2023.
So interesting topic. Before we get more into that game, someone I know recently just said that he thinks Kenny Pickett isn't gonna be good. Desmond Ritter isn't gonna be good. He thinks that Malik Willis was the best quarterback in the draft, which is very kind of reasonable, but at the same time to think that Kenny Pickett isn't gonna do well in that system, I don't know. I think he has a very good chance of excelling with Mike Tomlin and all that. Especially if he sits, especially.
I personally do not think Kenny Pickett was the most talented quarterback in this draft class. I don't think he was a top 3. I personally think Ritter or Malik Willis, like I would take them 2 over Kenny Pickett. However, if you want a guy that's NFL ready with not a lot of risk involved, Kenny Pickett was the correct choice. And he was the correct choice to take in the first round because if Mitchell Trubisky gets hurt or doesn't play well, Kenny Pickett 100% was the most NFL ready quarterback.
Yeah, the argument there, Vital, was argument there. That's because I was telling him Desmond Ritter. I think he could be decent. And he's one of the most NFL ready quarterback. But his argument was that it doesn't matter. Ritter's gonna sit. Kenny Pickett's gonna sit. They need to develop it. But if we're looking for NFL ready, and I think those 2 are NFL ready, or maybe Desmond Ritter needs some time, but at least Kenny Pickett or him are more NFL ready than Malik Willis. I think it takes him a couple years to develop, not just 1 year.
Yeah, Malik Willis will sit the bench for at least 2 years, in my opinion. I think I can't say that. He might start next year because I don't know what's going to happen with Ryan Tannehill, especially if you're looking at it from a coaching staff or a GM staff where Tannehill is not willing to teach Malik Willis and you're looking for the future. You don't want to keep Ryan Tannehill around. Like, you want to groom Malik Willis. So if that means getting rid of Tannehill and letting Malik Willis start next year, that's a completely different story. But Malik Willis does need at least 2 years to sit and watch and not get thrown to the wolves.
Yeah. And that Pittsburgh Bengal game, I do. Sorry, Vital. I expect it to be kind of a competition, but I do expect the Bengals to pull that one out.
Yeah, I think I don't know. The Bengals were really hot last year. I'm not 100% sure it'll be exactly the same electrifying performances every night from the Bengals. However, I think they got better, so I could definitely see them winning like 11 or 12 games this year.
Yeah, and Vital, the Titans love Tannehill because remember, Arthur Smith was there when Tannehill started for Tennessee Titans, and Arthur Smith kind of transformed him back into that old Tannehill that people loved. And as this was Arthur Smith's last year, he didn't play that well. Now Arthur Smith's gone. How is Tannehill going to play without Arthur Smith, his offensive coordinator, who was making everything easier for him?
All right, so here's what we'll do for the rest of week 1. We're going to go down in order. We're going to start Thursday Night Football, Bills at Rams. We want the chat to get involved with this. We're a little delayed, so just say Bills or Rams, like put the team name, and then we'll go on to the next one if you're watching. Bills or Rams, who wins? I got the Buffalo Bills winning the first game of the season.
Oh, why you put me in that situation, Ian? That's such a tough game to decide. I'm going Bills as well. I know the Rams are the Super Bowl champions. I know they can easily be the same team, but remember, Matthew Stafford did throw 2 interceptions in the Super Bowl. And I just think the Bills got a little better at defense and enough, and they're still so good offensively that I think the Rams are going to have a tough time. It's going to be a close game. I just think the Bills have that last-minute game-winning drive that Josh Allen needed in the playoff divisional game that really everyone wanted.
All right, game number 2, 1 o'clock Eastern time, Saints at Falcons. Who do you got?
I got the Falcons because I hate the Aints. I really don't care about the Aints at all. And I think James Winston's garbage. I think he's decent. Okay, let's not say garbage, but he's decent. I just think Falcons are gonna take it. I think Marcus Mariota is gonna show he's been improving, and he's improved under Derek Carr. And I think we win that one in a close one. I don't think it's gonna be anything too crazy. I think it's gonna be like 28-21 or something like that.
All right, so I personally have the Saints because
Yeah,
I
Vital,
remember
I'll claim you when
last
you're
year-
wrong too about the Aints.
I remember last year the Saints defense showed up week 1 and caused Aaron Rodgers to throw like 4 interceptions or 5 interceptions or whatever it was. Some ridiculous. So I have the Saints beating the Falcons. However, I'm not going to judge you for being to your home team. I'm cool with it. Next game, Browns at Panthers. Who do you got? This one's a good one because it could be the Browns against Baker Mayfield.
Oh, dude, that'd be funny. Look, Julio called Patriots in a Super Bowl. I don't see that happening. I
No,
just don't
not
see that
happening.
happen. I'm sorry, Julio.
Next
I don't
hot
see that
take. I don't
happening.
even think that's a hot take. That's a dumb take.
Damn. Didn't play that.
All right, comments are saying Panthers beat the Browns.
Oh my, dude, that's very reasonable because Deshaun Watson's going to be suspended. They're not going to have a quarterback. I fully see that happening, even though the Panthers don't have a quarterback either. Oh, this might be the worst. This might be the sloppiest game we see all year, just off the back, or week 1 in general.
It's
Might be
most likely
sloppiest
going to be Jacoby Brissett against Sam Darnold.
Wow. I don't know.
I've got the Panthers.
I'll take the Panthers there right now.
All right,
But
49ers.
One more
go
point
ahead.
on that. I think the Browns defense could very much block that Panthers offense from doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. The Browns do have a stacked roster, and they have Nick Chubb, so Nick Chubb can carry a game. Calling it now, Jags getting a first-round pick again? Well, everybody gets a first-round pick, Julio.
He means number 1.
Okay, hang on. We'll address the Jag comment actually real quick. If we get the first overall pick again, we win because 1, we get the 3 best players in college in back-to-back-to-back years, and we get rid of our GM. It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win-win. So if we do go 2-15, we get rid of our GM. I'm happy with it.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You heard it. I think they'll just get even better. The Jags will, if they have first overall pick again. I mean, there's nothing to
I
lose.
really don't think we can go that bad this year. We play the Texans twice. We struggle against the Texans, but we play the Texans, the Jets, the Lions. Like, we have a very good chance to win games this year.
Julio, it isn't something to be proud of to have the first overall pick in 3 straight years, but you shouldn't expect. I think you don't expect anything from Jaguars, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so then week 1 matchup, 49ers at the Bears, and I 100% agree 49ers are winning this.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers all the way. They did nothing to protect Justin Fields in Chicago, and that defense too good in San Francisco, whoever their quarterback is.
All right, so 49ers over the Bears, I feel like that's a landslide for the 49ers. I got confidence in Justin Fields to be good, but it ain't happening against 49ers. Then you've got the Steelers at Bengals. So I think we talked about this a little bit. I've got the Bengals winning this one. It's in Cincinnati. You got to, regardless of who starts, which it's probably going to be Mitchell Trubisky, you've got a guy that hasn't played a snap in 2 years trying to go up against the reigning AFC champions. That's a tough one. However, I'll give it to you, just like I'm giving the Saints and Falcons, it's a division matchup, which could go either way.
Yeah, I'm taking Bengals though. Sorry, Vital. But yeah, I have to take Bengals here. And guys, we are gonna go over this week 1 again, more in depth. Definitely right before week 1 starts, the Thursday night game. So expect a full deep dive between with Ian and me. We're gonna deep dive like you've never seen before. So yeah, get ready for that.
All right, so then our next game, Eagles at Lions. Now, this one might shock you who I pick here. I'm picking the Lions.
I would pick the Lions. I really like what they added with Jamison Williams and with Aiden Hutchinson. Is Jamison Williams going to be ready by week 1? I'm not sure. And that's only going to hurt them. I mean, they still have decent receivers. They still have Amonra. I'm going to have to go Eagles here because I don't see Jared Goff being able to keep up in a scoring match with Jalen Hurts if the score gets too wild.
So I have the Eagles winning their division 100%. Not saying the Eagles are bad. Losing to the Lions is not that bad of a thing this upcoming year. However, I think the games that the Eagles lose are going to be the ones that are like head scratchers. Like, how the hell did you lose that game? And I think the Lions are one of them that they're going to lose to. It's week 1. You've got a bunch of new players on your team. You've got a brand new you've got the same quarterback, but a brand new number 1 wide receiver that they have to get used to each other. Lions, they only added, in my opinion. I don't know. I've got the Lions winning this one. I'm gonna go with the underdogs here. However, don't hold me to it. The Eagles might win it. I'm not saying they're garbage or anything because the Eagles are gonna win their division. So
yeah,
that's my take on it.
My bad. Julio, if they pressure Burrow enough, I think they have a possible chance because the pass rush is really good. But for the Eagles, they just drafted Jordan Davis, and I think he's gonna be a beast inside that in the interior D line. I think he's gonna be a monster with that size of his, like just him being that size and being that agile. I've seen him on Georgia. Even I saw Georgia's playoff games. Dude, that man is so quick on his feet for being that size. It's just insane. Yeah, I got the Eagles here.
All right, so then we've got the Colts at Texans. I think we're all in agreement here. The Colts are winning.
Yeah, I don't think it's a choice. Julio, we'll get back to your comment after we finish this schedule.
What was his comment?
Oh, from earlier, like above Steelers by 3.
Oh. You think Jordan Davis is going to be a bust?
Whoa. Okay.
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, we'll go with the Patriots at Dolphins. Who do you guys got? This one's a little tricky.
This one's gonna be tricky, but I don't know if I trust Tua in week 1. I'm going Patriots.
I'm going Patriots, and I think Tua's benched by week 4. I'm just kidding. I don't think he gets benched this season, but I'm giving it to the Patriots. Bill Belichick, I think he's gonna. Wait, why did my thing just die?
Patriots, I
Hello?
think. Yeah. No, you're good. What died?
My mic is off.
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Huh, that's weird. Okay. Like the light on my mic is off, so I don't know what I'm getting.
That's weird.
Choice, but
maybe it's for your mic.
Yeah. Bill Belichick, in my opinion, is tired of losing to the Dolphins, so I think that doesn't happen this year.
Yeah, and I think Bill Belichick causes hell for any quarterback that's on the other roster, and Tua's not gonna.
Especially a not very good quarterback.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tua, if you're watching this.
Yeah, I think it is my headset mic. All right, so then we've got the Ravens at the Jets.
Ooh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go Ravens here.
I normally use this mic.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds fine.
It's not off.
Sounds fine.
So I don't know. I think whenever my headset went off or you couldn't hear me, just automatically switched to this one.
Oh yeah, probably. That's what it was.
Jets going 0-9 to start the season. Wow. I don't think the Jets are going to be that great. I think it's crazy that people, when you look at all the media and stuff, they predict the Jets have a better chance at doubling their win total from last year than the Jaguars and the Giants.
Yeah, the Jets. If you guys see our TikTok, I did the schedules for every team. And the Jets, if you took a look at their schedule, that schedule is so tough. They have so many tough games. It's hard for me imagining winning one game, winning at least. It's hard to imagine 2 games they win in the first half of the season. That's how tough their schedule is.
Damn, yeah, it is. Holy, I just looked at it. Their first 11 weeks, even. I mean, they got a bye week 10, but
Yeah.
Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Steelers. They play the entire AFC North. Then they go and play the Dolphins, Packers, Broncos, Patriots. Then they go and play the Bills, and then they finally get a bye week, but then they play the Patriots after the bye.
Yep.
They have a brutal schedule. Then they play the Bears, could win that game. They play the Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to be better than the Jets for sure. Then they play the Bills. Then they play the Lions. Could be winnable. Then they play the Jags. Could be winnable. Then they play the Seahawks. Could be winnable. And then they play the Dolphins. That is a brutal schedule. They have like 5 games that I could see them winning.
I don't know how they got this brutal schedule when they had a horrible record last year too. It just like the NFL was like, Jets, you gotta prove yourself, or they just hate their Jets or something.
They earning their number 1 overall pick next year.
Yeah. What do we got?
All right, so then we got the Jaguars at Washington.
That
I know what you guys are gonna say.
That one could be a toss-up. I'm sorry. It could be a toss-up with how Carson Wentz is playing. I might have to. I might have to take the Jaguars here.
Look at what the Jags did to Carson Wentz at the last game of the season. I'm just saying.
If the Jaguars are only going to win 3 or 4 games this season, this is one of the games.
Nah, I think they have a chance to win one division matchup. That's 3. Then they can beat the Washington Commanders. They can beat the Jets. They can beat the Lions. Those are the 6 games I realistically see them winning.
Yeah. I know, I was just saying because Julio's coming, he's like, they're going to go 4-13. If there's a game out of the 4 wins, it's this one.
Yeah.
And they can definitely.
I don't have Washington winning this game. They're without their best defensive player. He'll be up for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You've seen what Carson Wentz did to. You seen what Jacksonville did to Carson Wentz last year? I think if anything, the Jaguars are definitely winning that one.
Yeah, you got to remember they lost their best guard in Ren Scherf to the Jaguars. So definitely that line's not going to be as good as it was, and that's going to hurt Carson Wentz more than help him. So it wouldn't help any quarterback. I think if Carson Wentz plays,
the Colts are a better team than the Commanders.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
So even though it is a different team, it's a worse team.
Yeah, but I see the Commanders winning this one if Carson Wentz plays well in his first week and finds his receivers, finds the open routes, is smart with the football, which he can be. I've seen it in games with Colts. If he plays like that, definitely they have a good chance of beating the Jaguars. Or like they actually have a really good chance of beating the Jaguars. But I'm taking Jaguars anyways.
Giants at Titans.
Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take Titans here.
I'd take the Titans.
It's too tough right now. Ian, can you name 5 people on the Giants defense?
Blake Martinez. Did they re-sign Bradbury?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did. Damn, that's about all I can pick. Thibodeau?
Oh, well, not signing from rookies.
Hey, you said name 4 players. I'm struggling to name 2 right now.
Okay, fine. Thibodeau. I'll take Thibodeau. Take Thibodeau. Okay, right? No Evan Neal, though. You can't take Evan Neal. That's too easy.
Oh, yeah, the Eagles did pick up Bradbury.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Eagles' defense and
Leonard
offensive
Williams
line are like 2 really underrated. I think they're going to do well this year. But those are the only 2 players on defense I can name for the Giants.
Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams, yeah. Their linebacker core is decent and young.
Do they have Xavier McKinney? I'm not sure who has Xavier.
McKinney? I don't know. I feel like I've seen his name, though, this offseason.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's about it that I can remember.
I give it to the Titans because Derrick Henry is going to be in that game at least.
Oh no,
Like,
I'm definitely going Titans.
my question with the Titans is longevity of the Derrick Henry handoff. And obviously, I think he'll be granted as long as no injuries happen during the preseason. I have Derrick Henry playing that game and blowing up that defense. So I have the Titans with that one. And it's in Tennessee. Chiefs at Cardinals.
One of those toss-up games that we can't go wrong.
I personally think the Cardinals got worse this offseason. And Kyler Murray might not play.
Yeah, Kyler Murray definitely still has the possibility of sitting out, even though he did show up to training camp. So we'll be looking at that before season starts. And they lost Chandler Jones. You could say he was their best pass rusher this year. Other than like JJ Watt's still there, yeah, but he's aging. He's not the same JJ Watt as he was on the Texans.
And JJ Watt plays for 6 games and then is out. So
exactly,
he'll be there week 1, but
I'm gonna go Chiefs here. I just think without that's one piece gone, and I know a lot of their defense pieces left as well, but they were able to get a decent enough draft. I think Patrick Mahomes is too good of a quarterback that he's just gonna be able to score at will, regardless.
Yeah, and I like even though they got so this is the difference between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, they both lost their number 1 options, but the Chiefs replaced their number 1 option with another number 1 option in Juju Smith-Schuster. Completely different levels of play, different types of receivers, but they still got a productive wide receiver out of it. The Green Bay Packers lost Devontae Adams and only got Sammy Watkins. And then not only did they only get Sammy Watkins, they also lost their number 2 receiver in Valdez-Scantling. So that's why the Green Bay Packers were far worse after this offseason than the Kansas City Chiefs were. So I've got Kansas City Chiefs winning.
Yep, Chiefs got this one.
Raiders at Chargers, the rematch.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Chargers. I really like Justin Herbert and what he did last year. And I think he just got so good of an offense, and that defense did get J.C. Jackson a lockdown corner, and Khalil Mack. Astros could be even better with Joey Bosa. I just think that's going to be too much for the Raiders to overcome.
So I've got the Raiders in this one. However,
my muffin.
Here's my hot take. This is going to go down as the highest scoring game in NFL history.
Oh.
I think it beats the Rams-Chiefs game from like 2019 or 2018 or whenever it was. I think this is going to go as one of the highest scoring games ever.
You think Derwin James and J.C. Jackson is going to play horrible?
I don't think they're going to play horrible. I think both offenses are going to be insanely hard to stop.
Definitely possible. They have all the talent in the world on both offenses.
Because even though they both have pieces on defense that can stop players, dude, I don't think Adams and Carr, that's a legit friendship. I think it's going to be similar to Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but
connecting instantly, MVP type years. I think it's going to be a very similar situation.
Well, yeah, they did. Matt Stafford and Kupp had to put a lot of practice time in and had to put a lot of work in for that connection to work. And I know he has Derek Carr's that connection in Devontae Adams, so I expect them to be well. But you just never know. You just never know.
And another reason I say this is because look at what Derek Carr did when Antonio Brown joined the Raiders. He instantly opened up his home to him. I think it's a very similar relationship where Derek Carr's got Devontae Adams coming in and it's like, hey, let's hang out. They're probably hanging out every day. They're probably practicing extra every day because I think they're both hungry for another championship. Or I say another. I think they're hungry for a championship.
I think they are, but I'm still gonna go Chargers here. I just think it's gonna be too much for Raiders to overcome. And it's week 1. I mean, I think Raiders are gonna take some time to adjust with their new pieces. Only new pieces Devontae Adams on offense at least. But with Chandler Jones on defense, depends how he plays as well. And how well he works with Max Crosby, even though Max Crosby is such an amazing talent. See if he can play as well as last year, because he did get that contract. So we'll see. I'm going Chargers on this one.
All right. So then we've got Packers at Vikings.
Oh
It's gonna be a
man,
tough one. This
yeah.
one's gonna set the tone for the division.
You know, if I'm thinking about it, like if they do the same thing the Packers did last year, the Vikings could very easily win. Like the Packers just aren't ready yet. I could see the Vikings winning this just because
Aaron
week 1.
Rodgers had a brutal first game back last year.
But at the same time, maybe Aaron Rodgers thinking himself, "What if I can show everybody that I don't need Devontae Adams?"
Could be.
This one's such a tough one.
It's in Minnesota.
That doesn't mean anything. Minnesota doesn't really have home field advantage like some other teams.
Minneapolis Miracle?
That's it.
Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown!
Yeah, I don't think
That's iconic.
That is iconic. I just don't think I don't know. I don't see them having such a good record. I don't think they've had such a good record at home the last few years.
All right, so I'm going Vikings. What's your pick? Final guess.
I'm gonna go Packers. I don't know. I'm gonna go Packers for now. We'll see it before the season starts.
All right, Sunday Night Football. We've got the Buccaneers at Cowboys in Dallas. Tom Brady in Dallas. What's gonna happen?
I really want to see Tom Brady lose, to be honest, but there's no way he does. I think the Buccaneers gonna win this one. I really think.
I'm gonna go Cowboys because here's my thing with the Cowboys. They're gonna get hot at a random time during the season, and I don't think the Cowboys win their division. I don't think they're that good. I think I don't hang on. The Cowboys can be that good, but Mike McCarthy is a bad head coach. And I think they're gonna win games, but they're not gonna make any noise in the playoffs. So I do have them beating the Tampa Bay. I do have them beating the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Final game of week 1, September 12th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ABC. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos are going to go up to Seattle and play the Seattle Seahawks at home. Who do you got?
Okay. Ooh. I'm thinking Denver. I know Pete Carroll's there, but I just don't think...
taking Denver.
I'm taking Denver.
I'm taking Denver here.
Oh, and I was looking...
by 70.
The Vikings' home records in 2021, it was 5-3. But the year before, it was 3-5. The year before that, it was 6-2. And 2018, it was 5-3. So 2020 was the season they weren't good at home, and they're almost going even in 2020 and 2018. So I don't know. But yeah, Denver for sure. I don't trust Drew Lock at all.
Okay, but hear me out here.
It's by 70.
The Vikings lost at home. So you said they went 5-3, right?
Yeah, in 2021.
They lost to the Browns by 1 touchdown. They lost to the Cowboys by 4 points. And then they lost to... Who'd they lose to? Hang on. The Rams by 7. They did not lose a single game at home last year by more than 7 points. And a good head coach will get you over that 1 point score or the 1 score touchdown lead. And not to mention the games they lost last year, they lost to the Bengals in overtime by 3. They lost to the Cardinals by 1. They lost to the Broncos by 7. They lost to the Cowboys by 4. They lost to the Ravens by 3 in overtime. They lost to they beat the Green Bay Packers at home. They lost to the 49ers by 8. They lost to the Lions by 2. They lost to the Rams by 7. And they lost to the Packers by 27. They lost one game last year by more than 7 points.
And same team they're playing week 1. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
but I
early
say
season.
that to go back to the point of me saying the Vikings winning their division. It's not that far-fetched when you look at their last year. Yes, they lost by 4 to the Cowboys at home, yes. But exactly what I'm saying, with a good head coach, the Vikings could be fucking scary.
Especially with that roster. And that defensive roster. I always liked their defensive roster. With Daniel Hunter, they still have. They have Harrison Smith, a very, very good safety. They have Anthony Barr still there. They just have pieces on defense and offense. They have that whole offense too. I'm still gonna go Packers week 1. That's kind of a toss up though.
Yeah, they split last year, so it's probably gonna happen again this year.
Yeah.
They won at home last year, so who knows if it swaps. But it's crazy to look at, like, when you start like really judging teams and you like go back, because like, yeah, the Vikings had a disappointing season last year, but you go back and look and you're like, damn, they lost only one game by more than a touchdown.
The Lions also lost a lot of games by 1 score as well.
Yeah, and that's why I think the Lions are going to be decent this year. I don't think they have a top 5 pick this year.
Yeah. I really like Dan Campbell over there. I think he's good. He has the motivation. He has the players are with him as well. They really support him. They are listening to what he has to say and his coaching style. So sky's the limit for them.
Yep.
Was that the last game of week 1? Week 1?
Yep, that was the last game.
Okay.
That was a good discussion. I think the only other thing that's happening in the football world, Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell in a celebrity boxing match.
Man, okay.
Doesn't Adrian Peterson have a history of hitting people?
Yeah, he does. Hitting his wife, yeah.
I mean, Le'Veon Bell's about to be made his ex-wife or his wife or whatever.
Well, you know, these celebrity matches, I think a lot of them are, they already know who's gonna win. It's just for money.
Well,
I guess
who knows? I think Adrian Peterson's the bigger, like, Le'Veon Bell was always elusive, but Adrian Peterson was the one that could, like, do it all. So I got Adrian Peterson.
Same. I'm going AP in that fight.
By KO. Just kidding. I don't think those celebrity boxing matches end in KOs that often.
Yeah, I think they actually. I don't think they try to hurt each other either. It's all rigged, but we'll see. We'll see. That's gonna be interesting.
Imagine Le'Veon Bell's his ex.
Oh.
That'll motivate you.
Yep. He's just sitting there looking at a picture of Le'Veon Bell and looking at a picture of Pax at the same time. He's like brooding.
You're a terrible person for that. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Vital, I'm gonna show you some really good card. A card I really like from this Panini Contenders box I opened. Actually, 2 of them. This one was kind of cool. I like the 2 cards I got. The thing is, 2021 Prism this year, that you can't get anything guaranteed, but in this box, if you look at the back right here, you can pull almost everything that you can from Hobby. In Prism, you can't, so I don't know why it's selling out. But Davis Smells patch, which is always cool. Rookie QB patch. And our round numbers, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts. I like that card a lot.
The Davis Mills patch is sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if those dual cards are worth anything, but the patch,
Oh, I probably this one's probably not worth too much. But I'm just keeping it for my collection. So you don't have this one. I have that one. Yeah. Also, my hobby box is coming tomorrow. Might pull a 1/1 Beckman Ritter, or 1/1 Trayvon Walker.
Ooh.
All right. Anything
Well,
else?
don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we did not do the podcast together, so we have still not got alerts or anything yet. We're gonna look at him Thursday. He's coming down Thursday. He had family coming to town, so hopefully we can get him sometime soon.
Um, appreciate you guys for being here on the podcast. Hope you enjoyed our discussion of week one, an early look at week one of the 2022 season. I appreciate you, Vital, Antonio, Julio, everyone who stopped by. Definitely. It's always fun when you guys are interacting and have questions for us.
Definitely.
Okay. That's not the point. That's the first time I think I said definitely all day. Just saying.
What was it?
Yeah. Pretty sure today I haven't. I could be wrong. Oh,
yes,
yeah,
that's a good idea.
definitely.
We'll react to this after week one.
Yep. And we'll be, after week one's over, we'll actually, after the season's over, we'll take a look at the 2 videos we had back predicting records and stuff.
Yeah. Imagine the Raiders and Chargers game. It's like 3-7.
Oh my
And I
god.
said it was gonna be the highest scoring game in NFL
That's gonna
history.
be funny. Imagine we get every pick wrong.
Every single pick.
Every single one, and somehow.
It's completely opposite.
Because last year there was a week where all the underdogs won that you wouldn't expect. Yeah, but appreciate you guys. Ian, anything else?
When do you guys think's a good time to start a fantasy league? Like what month? Like what day? Should we do it after training camp, or should we do it before, or what?
Let us know. Let us know.
The poll suggested I keep my hair.
Okay. Keep your hair for
Got
now.
10 votes.
For now. Wait, can you double vote? How the hell do we get 10 votes?
You guys should do punishments or rewards for wrong or right picks. That'd be good.
Ooh.
Before the season or before preseason? Because I'd hate for someone to pick someone and then they get hurt during preseason. But at the same time, I'd like for people not to see talent during the preseason and have to draft according to your knowledge. Yeah, I agree. So we'll do it 2 to 3 weeks before preseason. When's the first?
The first preseason game?
Isn't it August 4th?
Let me double check. I have it right here.
The Jaguars Hall of Fame game.
August 4th, yeah. Not far away at all.
So maybe we'll do July 31st or August 1st or something.
Yeah.
We'll do it a couple days before preseason.
Yeah.
Because then that'll be 2 or 3 weeks before the season, but also right before preseason.
That's a good area to do it.
We're about to do it. We've got quite a few message retracted. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we'll I join the league and we draft on the podcast. Yeah, we can do that. We'll figure out a date. We'll let you guys know. We'll all get in the Discord call and we'll all draft in the call together.
Yep.
All cameras on. We'll record it, post it to the YouTube channel. Maybe that'll be our podcast for that day. So it'll be kind of late. We'll do it 9 or 10 o'clock at night, depending on how long.
How long it takes, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just record. We'll have everybody's cameras on. We'll record.
We'll
me
go
and
live.
Me and Pratesh will meet up together. That way we can share the screen, share our camera, and share the whole Discord screen on it as well. It'll be sweet. Maybe if we can get real good at it, maybe we can zoom in on the person's camera who's drafting at the time.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Actually, there's a way we could do that. I don't know. It'd take a lot of time, but we'll figure it out.
I'll dress in a fucking suit, dude.
Yes, sir. We'll get suits ready. I have a suit waiting in my closet right now. Oh, dude, we can make definitely some TikToks about that as well. Riding into the fantasy draft.
We all need a day. Yeah, we'll all wear suits. That'd be so dope.
Dude, that'd be so cool. And then we could post that TikTok or whatever. This is how we did our fantasy draft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I'm sure we could get it. Like, we've got 4 people right now that's down, and like I think for a small league, 10-man would be perfect. And then if we want, we'll do a weekly league with like everybody who wants to do like through DraftKings.
I got one more thing put up. Ian, you'll see it in just a second.
Yeah, that's dude, shorts and then just the top half suit. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the COVID world.
All right, Ian doesn't have to cut his hair for this poll.
And we'll pick like a fantasy punishment. We'll do like whoever wins the fantasy league will get like a special thing, whether it's like I don't know, maybe some money, maybe a jersey or something. Who knows? We'll figure something out.
All right, go vote, guys.
Damn, I can't vote.
Oh, there you go. Should be able to vote.
I'm gonna laugh when everybody says no. Yeah, we could do a card. Well, once the league is together, we'll ask everybody what they want. Like, we'll vote on what the winner will get.
We got 3 votes for yes, so.
Oh
boy, I wasn't expecting to go this way. I'm just okay. Oh, you guys want a sneak peek? Here's your shoe,
wait, what is that?
the Pennywise shoe.
When did you get that? You must have just got that.
No, I got this say last year, August, September-ish. Last year. Gonna be a quick one, but yeah. Guess I'm gonna have to wear a Pennywise costume on the podcast and talk as Pennywise. So, Ian, that's gonna be a fun one for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one.
Oh my God.
All right. But thank you guys for watching. We will come at you guys with the date. We'll talk about it Thursday when we get together. We'll set up a date, time, a platform. If you guys are watching right now and you want to be in the league, go in the Discord and let us know what app you want to use. Because I've personally become fond of Yahoo Fantasy. However, I know Protesha's used a couple different ones. I know DraftKings has one. I know FanDuel has one. ESPN has one. So we'll all get together and figure out which app we want to use to do it. But we'll talk about that in the Discord. We'll talk about that off podcast together.
Thank you guys for watching. Hit that bell so you don't miss a stream from us. We go live Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes a little after that, so just be here at 10 p.m. at least. You'll see us go live very soon after that. So thank you guys. Subscribe if you are new and enjoy NFL related podcasts and anything NFL related. We appreciate all of you for chatting. Makes the podcast so much more fun and just so much better. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Thank you for watching the PI Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next time so you don't miss the latest news in the NFL world. You can also follow us on TikTok at PI Podcast and on Twitter at PIPodcasters. Until next time.